All right, so today I'm going to make a quick video about my old Bridgestone mountain bike. Mountain bike video, yay! Well, this one's a little interesting because I bought this bike brand new in 1993 as a '92 leftover at Back Bay Bicycle in Portland, Maine, and I've had it ever since. So I've had this bike just over 30 years, and it has thousands of miles on it. I've ridden this thing, oh my God, for about almost 10 years. This bicycle was my only mode of transportation. So, it's got some sentimental value. I've ridden this thing through blizzards and rainstorms and thunderstorms and freezing cold and blazing hot and, through the city, through town, trails, streets, ridden this thing everywhere. And, this is one of my old dead part snowmobiles here, but it has a 503 in it, so that's why we have it. We're going to use that at some point. But anyway, so here's a rundown on the poor old Bridgestone. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to keep your bike moving. I made that repair. That's, of course, as you can see, a couple of coat hanger chunks with tied off onto what's left of the front brake cable, and I made that repair. Oh, I don't know, 15 years ago, something like that. Still works. Although, the pads are so worn that I don't have any front brakes anymore. But let's see. So, of course, we lost the front gears years ago. And to keep everything from flopping around, we stuck this piece of rubber tubing in here that I got off one of my old cars sometime in the early 2000s, I think. Yeah, it's still on there. Still holding that together. I haven't cleaned this up a whole lot. I just kind of started messing around, starting to clean this up. Still got the Shimano Altus shifter on it. Everybody said was a piece of crap and was just going to fall apart. And as dirty and as messed up as it is, it actually still works. Cable's going to snap one of these days because it's rusty. It's an exposed cable. It's fairly rusty. I think that's going to break pretty soon. The old kryptonite lock. I actually have a replacement lock for this because the key was so old that it broke. It's about to break in half, and I don't want to lock this thing to something and then have the key break in half on me. This is my second seat. This is not the original seat from this bike. I put this on here years ago because the first one just completely wore out and fell apart. I got the Planet Bike fender out of a dumpster about 20-something years ago. Still on there because it's a pain to take it on and off. You have to loop the brake cable down through the slot in it. It's kind of a pain. Rear brakes are still functioning, but the pads are getting worn. The rims are still reasonably true. Tires are flat right now because I just got it out. I'm going to do some riding on it. And, had to replace the grips years ago because they wore out completely. And these are, they're still holding in there. I have been meaning to put a taller set of bars on this thing since the day I got it. I've been riding it with these flat bars for 30 years, and I really am serious about trying to put a different set of bars on it. I thought about a set of handlebars off of one of my sleds, but this is actually 1-inch tubing right through here, and most of the snowmobiles that have the removable bars are 5/8 or 3/4 or something. So that's gonna have to get regular handlebars for it. Yep, but I decided to finally get the thing out of storage. It's been stashed away for a few years, but it's getting bike riding weather, and I always regret not doing any bike riding when the fall comes. So I'm gonna get the bike out and maybe do some riding on it. Got to replace some bearings. The wheel bearings are getting a little tired. They're a little rumbly. Crank bearings they're doing okay. They're holding in there. There's just a tiny little bit of play, but not much. They're not doing too bad. I'm on I think this is the third set of gears that I've had on this, and I always go for tall gears. It's mostly a road bike, so I always go for the really tall, really small gears, and I'm going to be replacing those pretty soon. But anyway, so Bridgestone, do they make a good bike? Well, 30 years later, I guess the verdict is yeah, they do. Even the MB-6. which was their entry-level bike. But it's the full frame, the full chrome moly frame is the same as the MB. Pretty sure it's the same, at least as the MB2s, if not the MB1. Chrome moly fork and everything. So good, solid, quality bike right there. If you're looking for a mountain bike, looking for a vintage mountain bike, check out a Bridgestone. You won't be disappointed. Anyway, that's just a quick one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.